Hello students, today we are going to discuss two topics. One is use of partial pressure and pure component volume in gas mixture calculation. Second one, Raoult's law and Henry's law. One by one we will discuss. First topic, use of partial pressure and pure component volume in gas mixture calculation. In this topic, we are going to discuss the two laws. One is Amagat's law, another one Dalton's law. One by one we will discuss. First one, Amagat's law. State Amagat's law. Volume of an ideal gas mixture is equal to the sum of the component volume of each individual component in the gas mixture at same temperature and pressure. In this case, the two parameters, temperature and pressure, is constant. Volume is a variable. For example, we will consider the two components. One is gas A, another one gas B. The mixture is nothing but addition of gas A and gas B. First we are consider gas A. So in this condition, temperature and pressure is constant, volume is a variable. Whereas gas B, temperature and pressure is constant, volume is a variable. Whereas gas mixture, the same, the temperature and pressure is constant, volume is nothing but addition of the individual component. So like VA plus VB is equal to V. So when we are going to apply ideal gas law for gas A and gas B component, so P into VA is equal to NA into RT and P into VB is equal to NB into RT. Similarly, we are going to apply ideal gas law in gas mixture. PV is equal to nRT. So in this case, pressure and temperature is constant. So the two variables are varying. One is volume, another one number of moles. So from these three expressions, pressure, temperature, capital R is nothing but gas constant. These three parameters are constant. Volume and number of moles are variable. So we are not include the constant value. We are only taking the variable. Why? Because the constant values are neglected or cancelled. So we are consider VA by NA, VB by NB and V by N. So these three are equal. When we are going to equating these three expressions, so cancel the constant value. We are only consider the variables. So first we are going to take gas A and total value. VA by NA is equal to V by N. First we are going to concentrate these two. From this expression, we are going to rewrite the expression NA by N is equal to VA by V. That is equal to YV. Why? Because NA is nothing but individual moles, N is nothing but total moles. Individual divided by total, that is a mole fraction. Similarly, individual volume to total volume, that is also mole fraction or volume fraction. This is YA. Similarly, B component, we are consider B component and total mixture. VB by NB is equal to V by N. So from this expression, we are going to rewrite this expression. NB by N is equal to VB by V. So NB is nothing but individual mole, N is nothing but total mole, individual divided by total, that is equal to mole fraction. Similarly, VB by V, individual volume to total volume, that is equal to volume fraction or YB. So second one, Dalton's law. State Dalton's law. Total pressure of an ideal gas mixture is equal to the sum of the partial pressure of each individual component in the gas mixture at the same temperature and volume. So in this case, pressure is the variable, temperature and volume is the constant. What about the number of moles? Number of moles also variable. Are you clear? So in this condition, so we are going to consider the two components. One is the gas A, another one gas B. So when we are going to consider gas A, temperature and volume is constant. Pressure is a variable. So pressure is nothing but PA. Similarly, gas B, temperature and volume is a constant. So pressure is a variable, that is equal to PB. Whereas gas mixture, the same for temperature and volume. What about the P value? P is equal to addition of two component pressure value. PA plus PB is equal to P. So we are going to apply ideal gas law for both components. PA into V is equal to NA into RT. Similarly, PB into V is equal to NB into RT. For total, PV is equal to nRT. For this case, so for volume and temperature is a constant, pressure and number of moles is a variable. Capital R already you are familiar, that is the gas constant value. For this case, these three are neglected. Why? Because volume, temperature, R is called as a constant value. So we are considering only variable, pressure and number of moles. So we are taking only the pressure and number of moles for each component. PA by NA, PB by NB. Suppose if you have any other component, suppose you are considering gas C, PC by NC. You are considering gas D, PD by ND. So it is going like this. So that is equal to total value P by N. So first we are going to consider component A or gas A is equal to total value. PA by NA is equal to P by N. So rewrite this expression, NA by N is equal to PA by P. That is equal to mole fraction. Individual mole divided by total mole, or individual pressure divided by total pressure, mole fraction or pressure fraction. Similarly, B component, NB by N is equal to PB by P is equal to YB. Suppose if you have any other component, example you have a gas C component means the final expression NC by N is equal to PC by P is equal to YC. So you have any other component gas D, ND by N is equal to PD by P is equal to YD. Like this, it is going like this. Finally, ideal gas mixture Xi is equal to, this I is nothing but nth component for any component. Individual component divided by total component, or individual mole divided by total mole. Ni divided by N. N is represent mole. Individual mole divided by total mole. I is represent component. Vi divided by V. Individual volume divided by total volume. Pi divided by P. Individual pressure divided by total pressure. So the individual to total, that is equal to mole fraction or volume fraction or pressure fraction. So mole fraction and volume fraction for an ideal mixture are equivalent. Why? Because all are equal. So this case, mole fraction is equal to volume fraction is equal to pressure fraction. Whereas in percentage, mole percentage is equal to volume percentage is equal to pressure percentage. Raoult's law. Before discuss with Raoult's law, we want to know the difference between partial pressure and vapor pressure. What is the difference? Partial pressure and vapor pressure. Partial pressure is nothing but pressure exerted by component gas if it alone are pressing in the same volume and same temperature. Whereas vapor pressure, pressure exerted by the vapor. Are you clear? Now state Raoult's law. Raoult's law states that at a given temperature, partial pressure of the component of a solution in the vapor phase is equal to the product of the mole fraction of the component in the liquid phase and the vapor pressure of the component in the pure state. So mathematically written is P solution is equal to X solvent into P solvent. So where P solution is equal to vapor pressure of the solution, that is observed. X solvent is the mole fraction. P solvent is the vapor pressure of pure solvent. Henry's law. State Henry's law. It is said that mole fraction of the solute gas dissolved in a liquid is directly proportional to the equilibrium partial pressure of the solute gas above the liquid surface. Mathematically written as P is directly proportional to X. Remove the directly proportional. We are adding the constant, that is capital K suffix H. This is called Henry's law constant. Thank you. Let us see a sample animation video for this topic.
Hi there. We will derive an intuitive understanding of the Raoult's law in this video here. Water molecules evaporate and create a pressure called vapor pressure, which is constant at the thermodynamic equilibrium. When we compare water and alcohol, we know that alcohol evaporates faster. Therefore, the vapor pressure created by alcohol will be significantly more than what is created by water. And this is because water has hydrogen bonds and water molecules evaporate with difficulty. So we have now established that different solvents have different vapor pressure. We will look at two cases now. One where a solid solute like salt or sugar is mixed in a solvent, and second where two solvents are mixed together. When a solute like sugar is added in water, the molecules of sugar prevent the water molecules from evaporating, and therefore the vapor pressure of this solution of water and sugar is less than the vapor pressure created by water. Here we have plotted the vapor pressure of the solution at different concentrations of sugar. So when the concentration of sugar is 0%, the vapor pressure of the solution is that of pure water. And as we add more sugar, the vapor pressure of the solution falls. In the second case, we consider a solution of water and alcohol. Here in the vapor phase, we now have fewer molecules of water in the vapor phase, but we now have molecules of alcohol in the vapor phase. So the total vapor pressure of this solution is the sum of vapor pressure created by the alcohol molecules and the vapor pressure created by the water molecules. And this is what Raoult's law states. If Pa is the partial pressure created by A, which is alcohol in our case, and Pb is the partial pressure created by B, which is water in our case, the total vapor pressure over the solution is a sum of the partial pressure created by A and the partial pressure created by B. Notice here that the partial pressure created by A depends upon the relative concentration of A with respect to B. Here XA and XB represent the mole fraction of A and B in the solution. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching.
The solubility of a gas in any solvent is proportional to the pressure of the gas over the liquid. Here we see a gas in equilibrium between the liquid and vapor phases. When the gas is compressed over the liquid, the solubility of the gas in the liquid increases in proportion to the increased pressure. The relationship between gas pressure and solubility is known as Henry's law. Here, S sub G is the solubility of the gas, P sub G is the pressure of the gas over the solvent, and K is the Henry's law constant. This constant is unique to each gas-solvent pair and is temperature dependent.